What I don't like about membership platforms. WordPress. In this series, we've covered what I don't like about Kajabi, Kartra, and ClickFunnels. We'll be continuing with the theme of membership platforms with a look at my personal experience using what is generally the most recommended software for memberships on WordPress, MemberPress. MemberPress stands a little bit apart from the previous membership platforms we've analyzed, in that it isn't a standalone web membership platform. It's a plugin for WordPress that is intended to work alongside other software that combine to fill all of the various needs of your website. We'll be taking an in-depth look at WordPress as a platform for building your website, but in this video we'll just be focusing on the aspects of WordPress that MemberPress interacts with. If you've used WordPress at all, then you're probably already familiar with the term integrations. This is a given plugin's capability to interact with other plugins to create a working system that fills custom needs. And while MemberPress boasts a wide range of compatibility with popular e-commerce plugins and mailers, it certainly isn't 100% compatible, especially when it comes to visual editors. This is my first and biggest issue with MemberPress, and was a source of constant headaches in designing my membership website. Visual editor conflicts. MemberPress comes with a number of default pages, such as an account page for your users, a pricing page for each membership, and login and account pages. The default MemberPress pages and appearances are quite simple, utilitarian, and even ugly by some people's standards. And without a visual editor such as Elementor or Themify, it's very difficult to edit the appearance of your vital MemberPress pages, the most visually important being the account and login pages. You spend hours and hours perfecting your look and making every page consistent with your business themes. And then people get to the profile page and are greeted with a dull white screen with a couple of lines of dated font in black and blue text. Remember, this is membership software. Your users will likely be using this page quite frequently to manage their subscription. Even with visual editors, you cannot edit the look of the profile page. And in my case, building a teaching-based membership website, I needed the page to follow the themes of learning and excitement and fun that existed elsewhere on the site. If you're not versed in CSS or other coding languages, then you may have to outsource to get that perfect appearance, costing in money and time. But other than the visuals of your site, what sort of functionality should you expect from a good membership platform? Drip functionality. Building a course-based membership website, I wanted to avoid overwhelming members with a whole wall of videos to watch, and instead drip content to them over time, starting when they signed up. This is a common practice among membership websites that rely on digital content, and serves to maintain engagement over a longer period of time. This means that your members stay subscribed for longer, or that's the idea anyway. And while MemberPress does have the function to drip content over a selected period of time, the process is very time-consuming. This stems from the poorly designed rule approach MemberPress takes to restricting content. Let's say that you have 20 videos that you want to drip out one per week, so your members will stay subscribed for at least 5 months. For each video, you have to create an individual rule for which members can access it and when, and only in days from the time that they registered. So for video 1, it's 0 days, and for video 2, it's 7 days, and so on. You must continue this process, making a rule for each video. As you can imagine, this makes using MemberPress increasingly more complicated and messy as rules mount. If you have 100 videos or more, you're looking at hours and hours of creating new pages and rules for those pages in order to drip the content based on when they've subscribed. The only way to manage this is to batch your memberships and select dates for access. But you're still having to make individual rules for every single bit of content. And if you want to drip content differently to different membership tiers, it'll put you in tiers. E-commerce integration. And finally, let's take a look at the most important aspect of your membership website from a business perspective: e-commerce integration. If you want to be able to monetize your subscriptions and get that residual income membership platforms are so good at generating, MemberPress presents some challenges. Using WordPress, you're already limited to just a few e-commerce providers, all of which charge varying amounts in transaction fees and usage costs. We'll get into this more in a later video dedicated to WordPress. Your options for electronic payment in MemberPress are even more limited. You get PayPal and Stripe. That's it. MemberPress recently removed WooCommerce, which many WordPressers rely on in their digital stores. With PayPal's high transaction fees taking a chunk out of every member subscription every month, losses to e-commerce build quickly. Overall, with WordPress already posing an array of unique challenges, MemberPress just adds more on top. If you're looking to make a membership website, you may want to consider other dedicated platforms like Kajabi or Kartra. I have detailed reviews of both of these if you want more info on those, but if you are already versed in WordPress and are looking to build a membership site, there are other plugins I would suggest, such as Builderall. This is a free plugin that we'll be reviewing in depth in a later video, so keep an eye out and subscribe with the bell if you want to be notified. I hope you enjoyed this critique. Leave a like so others know if it was helpful. Thanks for watching. See you next time. She took Bill's link and decided feel like my voice, my vocal apparatus is breaking down. We're good.